Hey, y'all, let's put on some socks and let's go somewhere. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. What a cool scripture that fits Joe Smith Jr. and his daddy, Joe Smith Sr. Joe Smith Sr. was a dreamer. He would dream all these dreams all the time and had no idea what they meant. He would walk many miles in these dreams, and before he would arrive at a location where he would find answers, he would wake up. He would arrive at these beautiful gardens and couldn't figure out why he was there. He would get locked outside of buildings and he would just feel very hopeless, and he would just dream these dreams all the time. Well, he started to learn the role of a son, Joe Smith Jr. He knew Joe Smith Jr. had received the golden plates and was a very inspiring man. So he made a trip down to Harmony where Joe Smith Jr. and his wife Emma was living. He gets down there around February of 1829 and hangs out with his son and daughter-in-law, and he asks his son, "I'm having these dreams. I just don't get it. Please help me and help me understand what's going on." Joe Smith Jr. being new in receiving revelations, he went to the Lord and received a revelation for his daddy. We have this revelation now in Doctrine and Covenants, section 4. But only 7 verses, but very, very powerful. I love how it starts off. "Now behold, a marvelous work is about to come forth among the children of men." This is before the Book of Mormon is translated. This is before the church is restored. This is before the Aaronic priesthood, restoration was restored. A marvelous work is about to come forth. Verse 2, "Therefore, O daddy, embark in the service of God. See that ye serve him with all your heart, might, mind, and strength." Verse 3, "Therefore, if ye have desires to serve God, ye are called to work." It doesn't say you have to have a degree. It doesn't say you have to be a certain elect to serve God. You just have to have that desire to serve. And one of my favorite parts of this here reminds me that God knows each and every one of his children. As God knew these fishermen in the New Testament, he went to go find these fishermen. He knew that Joe Smith Sr. was a farmer, so he related this message to him, Joe Smith Sr. "For behold, the field is white, already to harvest. And lo, he that thresheth in his sickle with his might, the same layeth up in store that he perish not, but bringeth salvation to his soul." Also, I love verse 6. "Remember faith, virtue, knowledge, temperance, patience, brotherly kindness, godliness, charity, humility, diligence." Back in 1829, the word temperance actually meant restraining from alcohol. Joe Smith Sr. Admitted that he drank alcohol. This is before the Word of Wisdom was revealed. And but how inspiring Joe Smith Jr., his son, was to receive this revelation from God to him to calm things down. Joe Smith Sr. was a great man, a great missionary, a great harvester of many souls. And how humbling it was for him as a father to ask counsel from his son, Joseph Smith Jr. But that's just another witness to me how Joe Smith Jr. was a prophet of the Lord, that even his dad trusted him to restore the gospel of Jesus Christ in the latter days. Joseph Smith Sr. was a farmer, a man of many dreams. But after he applied Doctrine and Covenants Section 4 in his life, he ended up being a harvester of many souls and slept very well.